And it looks like we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another hangout. With me today, I have Microbloganism. Hey, how are you?
Uh, I'm good for now. I'm a bit worried because I know what's coming.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna get painful. So, I already have to apologize to you for exposing you to this. I know you will suffer, and I don't care.
I know you don't.
Right. Second of all, we got Jared. Jared, hi. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm looking at quite the fun week ahead, and yeah, fuck you for this.
Sorry and no sorry, I guess. So, before we actually start with today's topic, there's some housekeeping manner that I want to talk about. So, for the people that have been or have been living under a rock, I guess I should say, I got a very good PhD position at a university in Denmark. So, I'm moving to Denmark soon. This will probably have a little bit of bad consequences for the channel because obviously my free time is gonna go down by quite a significant amount. And second of all, in the apartment complex where I'll be staying for the first year, the internet connection is not as good as here. So streaming quality is gonna go down.
Also, he will be in Denmark.
Yeah, also I'm gonna be in Denmark, so I'm gonna suffer anyway. Right, Micro?
It's hell here.
No, hell never freezes over, I think. So, yeah, wish me good luck for that. I'll be heading over there on the 1st of May. That's my first work day. The good thing is that I'll probably be allowed to film some of my chemistry experiments, so I might do some chem videos in the future.
That sounds vaguely legal.
Yeah, it is fully legal.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be filming so many chem videos.
You know what I'm talking about. Just to show the audience a little bit of what I'm actually doing for living. But anyway, so it's time for the stupid. As you guys might know, wait a second. There we go. Discord is fucking up a little bit for whatever reason. And we're gonna take a look at a diploma mill today. So it's called the University of Metaphysical Sciences. And yeah,
we kind of just stumbled upon it.
That is true. We found it last time during the Taking a Look at Stream on Micros channel. So,
well, on the Taking a Look at channel.
Yeah. Well, but that is your channel. So, for the people that don't know what a diploma mill is, a diploma mill is basically a organization
where they take diplomas and turn them into diploma flour.
Not really. So they try to look as a legitimate university from the outside, but all they're basically doing is giving somebody certificates or degrees, first of all, for money, and for those people to look more legitimate than they actually are. Famous example, for example, would be, quote, Dr. and quote, Kent Hovind, who is a creationist, who basically got his degree in a tent in the desert. So yeah,
it was a trailer.
Whatever. Did it have wheels? I'm not sure. So, it's gonna get bad. And to the side chat, yes, I already signed up for updates. And I'm also in the forum. And I emailed a bunch of them. You will see that. It's gonna get great. So, University of Metaphysical Sciences. They are based in Arcata, California, which I just heard a few minutes ago is apparently some sort of hippie stronghold. Where they sell an absolute shit ton of weed. According to somebody in my Discord server, it's the weed equivalent of Napa County. You know, wine, but with weed. First thing I would suggest we do is we actually take a look at the building that they're in. So this is their faculty. Oh, no, wait, no. That's not UMS. That's FAU. That's the university where I graduated. Here's UMS. So that's a weird residential building in the middle of nowhere in a bumfuck small town in Northern California.
It's not a residential building. Well, it's some kind of censor.
Yeah, but if we go out of Street View, it's built like a residential building, and there are shit tons of residential buildings around it. Apart from those are trailers.
No, they're dorms for all the students.
So yeah, that's absolutely weird. First of all, on their website they actually don't mention this address. I had to find it out over one of their Facebook sites. So where is it? There we go. So on this Facebook site, this was actually the only place where they mentioned that address, or where they actually mentioned the address at all. Because all they give on their website is a post office box. Because of course they do. They have Diploma mill. So what do you think we should do next? Take a look at their research team?
I mean...
Oh, no. Before we do
I
this...
thought you were starting with the accreditation.
No. There's something better. So the founder of that university, quote unquote, is called, quote unquote, Dr. Christian Breeze. Or Christian, I guess. That's her. Christine Breeze. That's her.
Like geese, but windier.
Yeah, she has a YouTube channel, because of course she does.
She looks exactly like you would expect.
Oh, and well, I sent her a little offer. So, hello, Mrs. Breeze. I'm going to do a live stream on my YouTube channel next Monday, 9th of March 2020. You and UMS are going to be the main subject of this live stream. Since you're the central point, you're invited to join. I would really appreciate you in there. You can reach me on Skype and on Discord. And her response kind of shows the lack of critical thinking skills already. Unfortunately, I will be traveling that day. Thank you for the live stream mentioning University of Metaphysical Sciences, though. Thank you. Feel free to post the URL here and after you're done. I would like to see it. Oh, Mrs. Breeze, trust me, I will post this link there. I will. Yeah, let's actually take a look at them. And yes, that face is a red flag physicist, I agree. And yes, she's a mega hippie.
No, it wasn't a red flag, it was a pheasant feather.
Let me just cite a little bit of a list of claims that they make over there at UMS. She personally claimed that people can communicate with angels, that dowsing is real, that fortune telling is real, that numerology is a thing and apparently useful for some things, and that breatharianism is real. I assume you all know what breatharianism is.
Well, in case people don't, it's people who think that they can live off of the energy of nature. Like, you don't have to eat.
Yeah, they basically think that breathing alone supplies you with all the energy you need without having to eat food or drinking stuff.
Imagine anorexia, but
you don't die.
But like, it's for hippies. It's a woo version of anorexia. That's what it is.
Basically, yeah. Obviously, easily debunkable. But in the flyer, which we're gonna cover later, they actually advocate for it. So that's hilarious and kind of disturbing for somebody who calls themselves a university. All right, so let's start with the accreditation. For the people that don't know, accreditation is basically a system. If you're accredited, you're allowed to give out degrees that are universally accepted. And let's see what they claim about their accreditation.
It's basically like, hey, this is an actual university. Like the degree you got your degree. University you got your degree from is an actual university.
All right, so they claim the following: UMS is accredited by the American Alternative Medical Association, also known as AAMA, and the American Association of Drugless Practitioners, AADP.
Yeah, so alternative medicine and alternative medicine.
Basically, yes, but it's gonna get better than this.
No, not basically. That is exactly what it is.
All right. Do you want to read the first paragraph?
What is accreditation? In order to ensure a basic level of quality, the practice of accreditation arose in the United States as a means of conducting non-governmental peer evaluation of educational institutions and programs. The U.S. Department of Education does not accredit educational institutions or programs. The United States has no federal ministry of education. or other centralized authority exercising single national control over post-secondary educational institutions in the country. They probably should. In, in general, institutions of higher education are permitted to operate with considerable independence and autonomy. It shows. American educational institutions can vary widely in character and quality of the programs. The reputation
You think?
the reputation of a university truly depends on the content of their curriculum material. Isn't the material kind of unnecessary there?
I think it is, yeah. Curriculum basically is all that's needed.
Yeah, reputation and the quality of its graduate, which is a nice way of saying we're shit.
I'll read that one. Accreditation is optional for all colleges and universities. I think that's actually quite unique to the US. All other Western nations have a central agency that does that. The goal of accreditation is to ensure that the education provided by institutions of higher learning meets capable levels of quality. Accrediting agencies, which are private educational associations of regional or national scope, develop evaluation criteria, conduct peer evaluations, and assess whether or not the criteria are met. Institutions and programs that request an agency's evaluation and meet that agency's criteria are accredited by that association. Micro, your job.
Wait, Jared said too. Like, what?
I'm also getting ready to head to the car because I was still in the office.
Yeah, that's what I assumed, which is why I want Micro to read.
Oh, okay.
So that you can jump into your odyssey and get home as quickly as possible.
Private educational associations have adopted criteria and procedures for evaluating institutions to determine whether or not they're operating at a basic level of quality. This has created a level of stability and similarity between all schools. For the most part, this only includes secular colleges and religious schools centered around Christian and biblical teachings.
Now here's the part that
Who's Christian and why is he teaching?
Oh god. So here's the part that is actually the first red flag for me, or that was the first red flag for me to show that this is a diploma mill. Because metaphysical sciences is considered a new emergent field of study by federal and educational agencies, I thought there were no federal educational agencies. You're already contradicting yourself. UMS does not qualify for traditional accreditation that universities like private and state universities, community colleges, and other secular institutions qualify for. With other words, they don't have secular accreditation. The traditional accrediting agencies, of which there are 9, have made it known to UMS that they do not have any other colleges like this one to compare UMS to. Therefore, they cannot do an evaluation based on comparing us to our peers. Perhaps at a later date and time, they will be able to evaluate us. I think if there was actual correspondence between any accreditation agencies and UMS, what's written about this in this paragraph is, let's just say, either quote mined in a weird way or completely made up. I think what happened here was that whatever agency they were talking to basically told them to fuck off because they were full of shit.
But like, you're basically like, you in a very like, this is a polite way of saying, no, fuck off.
All right, Micro, your job.
The AADP and the AAMA, that's some horrible acronyms or initialisms.
Let's just call them 1 and 2.
Were established to meet this need on part of those who practice and teach metaphysics. So in other words, they went and created their own accreditation agency with blackjack and hookers. It consists of many practitioners and schools. The University of Metaphysical Sciences has met all accreditation of AADP and the AAMA. Upon evaluation, UMS was granted accreditation by both agencies.
Yeah, UMS accreditors. The AADP and AAMA are the most prominent and related organizations at this time in the United States for accrediting a metaphysical institution. They are the only agencies in existence at this time that are a grouping of our peers. UMS is credited by the AADP, American Association of Drugless Practitioners, and the AAMA, American Alternative Medical Association. Please feel free to visit their sites and check out our school listing with them. Now let's take a look at those diplomas or accreditation certificates. Let me just open those independently.
You may already have noticed something, audience.
Yeah, and zoom into them a little bit. No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it before they can see it. So let's zoom into that one a little bit, and let's.
Harry Warp is correct. They do indeed look suspiciously similar.
Well, there's yeah. First of all, they're pretty much exactly same formatting. The texts are more or less identical. The fonts are identical. Those seals on the left side are identical. For whatever reason, they were filed on the same date, May 4th, 2015. And I'm not sure, but it also looks like they were pretty much signed by the exact same people. Julia Beer something, I don't know, and whatever the left one is. So, yeah, it looks like...
Well, the left one I actually believe was the doctor because of their it's all completely unreadable.
Yeah, or he or she just had Parkinson's. Which one do you think is more likely under these circumstances?
Neither.
Whatever. And it actually turns out that this is not a coincidence. Because...
No.
Where is it? Wait. It turns out, so this is the website of AADP, and this is the website of AAMA. It turns out that AAMA is a division of AADP, which means that those two independent organizations that they cite here, because the way that they word it here is that those are unrelated to one another, right? That they are two different things in order to give themselves more credibility. They just asked one organization to file 2 diplomas. Because this way it looks like they have more accreditation from more companies, from more people than they actually do.
Which explains why they were giving out the same fucking text, same fucking signatures.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is illegal, probably not, but at least it's highly unethical.
As long as the two, as the subdivision, as long as the 2 diplomas technically require different different criteria to get the diploma, I don't think it's illegal.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure if this is illegal, but at least it's highly unethical, and that's my main concern here. Because obviously this is designed to get gullible people who aren't able to actually recognize this fuckery that's going on here, and draw them in by giving a false, basically a false feeling of legitimacy, I think. So yeah, this is just fucked beyond repair, in my opinion. And yeah, basically that's the link, and that's the entire website. All right, so since they're a university, obviously they also have some researchers. Want to take a look at the researchers?
Yeah.
Okay, so they have this, actually I already opened this one. This is a research team. Now, you notice there are 24 names right here. Starting with the founder, Christine Breeze, DD at PhD, and by the way, DD stands for Doctor of Divinity, which is an honorary degree, which does not require a dissertation. All the way down to Jill Simonin, PhD. Now, only a few weeks ago, there were actually 25 names. I opened the Wayback Machine here, so you can see in this part there's an additional one. And the reason why one was lost was that I actually tried to reach every single one of those 25 back then. And the first person that I reached and who I asked about UMS, I basically asked that person, hey, you're listed on this site as a researcher. What research are you doing? And he or she basically said, I switched careers a decade ago. I have no idea why I'm still in here. So she or he asked UMS to be removed from that website. And that was the first one that I reached. So how high do you think the probability is that she or he is not the only one?
Probably fairly high.
Yeah. So I'm currently in correspondence.
I would
Students! Hey!
I'm currently in correspondence
I would
with
say that
what?
I would say that it is that they're like
Jared, you're super silent. You need to get your microphone closer to you.
Shove it in your face.
Okay, he muted himself again.
Nah, the issue was it was trying to go through the Bluetooth of the car.
Yeah, don't. So please repeat your last sentence.
I think it's all but certain that there's at least another on that list that is not actively engaged with them anymore.
Yeah,
If ever at all.
I think, Jared, the number of people that are not engaged with them anymore is much higher.
Well,
Because
you're
how-
only allowed to marry one person anyway.
How high do you think the probability is that the first one I reach is already one hit, and it's the only hit, or it's one of two hits?
Well, it's 1 out of 24.
Yeah, I would actually say the chances of it are greater than statistical probability.
Thank you. So I actually tried to reach a few of them. So some names obviously are fake. In one way or another, with some instances they were just multiple people, and I couldn't directly determine which one was the one in question. But with about 3 or 4, I actually could pinpoint down the identities pretty well, and I reached, I think at this point, 3 of them. One via Facebook, one via email, and one via Twitter. And basically asking them to, or I'm hoping them to join one of those hangouts to actually have a little interview about what they're doing at UMS. And so far, he or she is, at least he or she has not rejected the offer yet.
They. The word you're looking for is they.
Yeah.
So you don't have to constantly go he or she.
You know what? English is fucking weird, so screw you. So, what do you guys want to take a look at next? And yeah, they offer bachelor's, master's, and metaphysical doctorate programs.
They're metaphysical because they're not real.
I want to try to get a diploma there, ironically. No, you should not.
No,
The reason why
no,
you shouldn't is
no.
there's 2 reasons. First of all, you would give them money,
A lot of money.
a lot of money, which you will see in a few minutes. And second of all, you would lose money and would get nothing of value in return. Oh yeah, Harry Bob, that's a good question. That's a good idea. So, University of Metaphysical Sciences is actually a subdivision of a church called Wisdom of the Heart Church. So they're a 501c3 non-profit organization in the United States, apparently. And yeah. Oh, and one more thing. I actually called them. I called the number that you see on the screen on the top left. And the reason why is, Jared is gone. I wanted to find out what they're up about. I asked them a few questions, and they flat out lied to me on the phone regarding Breatharianism.
Oh,
So,
what a surprise.
yeah, I asked them why they would support Breatharianism, which is something that is so fucking easily disproven. And they said that, quote, we're not proposing that it's real, we're just informing that people think it exists. To which I have to give the following response. I think it was on page 14. So this is one of the 24 sites of their flyer that they sent me, which I requested, and they actually sent it to my address here in Germany. Now let's take a look at Breatharianism right there. Breatharianism, fed by light. Do you want to read it, Micro?
2 sec. Yes. Breatharianism, fed by light, coming this summer. How do they do it? They don't. People truly live on air, light, and earth energy alone, without food. Now, technically speaking, before they got to the without food, they're actually technically correct. Breatharianism defines the inescapable, with a, I'm not sure why that's in quotes, physical law that we think we must eat in order to live. Find out all about it from a living breatharian,
So, in my
which
opinion,
is a rare species.
the way in this is worded makes me think that they 100% think that breatharians are a thing. That breatharians are a legit phenomenon.
Well,
And, well, therefore, the thing that they told me during the call was a fucking lie, in my opinion. Is that fair to say?
yeah. Also, I want to point out that having to eat food is not a physical law.
Okay.
It's just not. Also, I like that there's a class that's just called a course that's just called Hope. Just Hope.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look at those that entire flyer thing a little bit later. Okay, curriculum. For whatever reason, the website is a little bit slower today. So look at all those nice degrees and bachelor titles that you can get. Bachelor of Metaphysics, BM. Bachelor of Metaphysical Science, BMSc. Bachelor of
the
Divinity,
differences?
BDiv. I have no fucking idea. There's just a BS missing, I guess. That's a title they could actually legitimately offer.
Well, yeah, because it's an actual title. It's the one we have.
So I would actually like to ask the chat. At the chat, just tell me any random number between 1 and, I don't know, 20, 25 or something. Let's say 30. Yeah. And I'll pick that one. And we're going to take a look at that one.
Okay, Google.
12. Okay.
Pick a number between 1 and 30.
Stop. Shadow Falcon in the side chat was first. He said number 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
28.
Right. Google has spoken.
Too late. The Craft. A look at early and modern witchcraft, its history and practices. Included are a few spells and rituals that the student can work with at home. I haven't actually seen that one yet.
Loading. There we go.
Yeah, okay, that's rather short. We can. Oh, for fuck's sake, we can read the entire thing.
Oh, look at that! It's cute.
Yeah, it's the cat of the air, or the sky.
Okay. That is surprisingly accurate.
I know. I'll start. The craft practiced by those who may be recognized as a witch is an evolving methodology. Webster's dictionary defines craft within this context as a special skill, art, or dexterity, an occupation requiring a special skill, members of a skilled trade. An exploration of what it means to be a witch and the special skills involved may help bring into focus what witchcraft truly is, what it has been, and what it may become.
Wait, you mean it's Hogwarts?
Maybe?
No, wait, no, it wouldn't be Hogwarts. Fuck, what's the American called? I can't remember.
I don't know, I never liked Harry Potter.
Do you want me to read the next?
Yeah, it's your turn.
The study of witchcraft is relevant to many because, according to recent surveys, Wicca, the religion that embraces why can't I say witchcraft? Witchcraft is the fastest growing spiritual movement among a certain age group in the English-speaking world. That is very specific. We read in People of the Earth during an interview with Oberon Seal Ravenheart. That's an awesome name. That's a D&D character name. Well, the growth is exponential, and this exponential growth will continue. As it does, we will have a larger number of people. Thanks for explaining growth. We have to find ways of dealing with that because we will be getting more people all the time. The There's so many unnecessary words in that quote. For not all Wiccans are witches, and not all witches are Wiccan. There are enough correlation to link the two for purposes of general study.
Non-magic magic?
Yes,
M-A-G-I-C-K? Magic?
that is how Wiccans spell it.
What the fuck? Okay. Whatever. Non-magic using people generally consider magic to be not real.
They're called muggles.
Actually, they're called logical people. Or just people for brevity's sake, I guess. Cultural conditioning enforces this belief in the adult population with a get real or grow up response to those fairy tale ages in children. Other non-magic working people believe magic to be supernatural or paranormal. However, witches work from a context within which magic is natural, normal, and is in fact often necessary to successful, healthy living. Your turn.
Okay. It needs to load. There we go. Witchcraft is paganism's active arm. That is, it is the active response to a belief system in which humans coexist seamlessly with nature, which is why we teach in a house. Nature includes that which can be seen as well as that which is unseen. So everything. That's everything. The word you're looking for is everything. The worldwide historical what? The worldwide it keeps going like blurry. I'm not just bad at reading.
Okay.
It keeps going pixelated.
The worldwide historical exceptions to this view are modern religious expressions, which are non-animist, non-pantheistic, and largely monotheistic religions existing within major sects today. I'll just continue if you still have the loading problems. Yeah. Charlene Sprednak says in Lost Goddess of Early Greece, 1978, when compared to the religions of the goddess in Europe and elsewhere, the Judeo-Christian tradition was born yesterday. In fact, the very notion of a supreme deity being male, i.e. ultimate power, is a relatively recent invention. Zeus first appeared around 2500 BC, and Abraham, the first patriarch of the Old Testament, is dated by biblical scholars at 1800 BC. In contrast, some of the goddess statues are dated at 25,000 BC.
Okay, I want to point out that we actually don't know that those statues were goddess statues. Like, they're so old, we don't know anything about the culture. We don't know what those actually represented.
Yeah, fair. I mean, obviously we have no context. Because I don't think there's any languages that are preserved from that back in the day.
No, because the written language wasn't a thing.
Yeah, you're right. Written language was invented much later. So basically much of the culture from back then is lost for obvious reasons.
Witchcraft is an evolving human construct whose modern manifestations provides form and foundation for what is thought by some to be a vibrant, viable, psycho-religious worldview, as opposed to those worldviews that exist outside of your psyche. For those who consider themselves a witch, a cultural identity is oftentimes formed through research and active participation in the contemporary craft. Witchcraft today is practiced by diverse people in a pan-global, right? That is not a word.
Pan-global. Why not just global?
Those mean the same fucking thing.
Yes.
In a pan-global context that has a wide footprint with many differences. And yet, it has even more fundamental similarities.
Witchcraft is the technology, okay, employed by a global minority population to accomplish the skill set unique to them. That skill set being magic or the craft. Witchcraft is believed to be a natural reaction to life, and is also believed to be a survival technique developed by humans as a consciousness distinguished itself in social evolution. What? Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Witchcraft is believed to be a natural reaction to life.
I think what they're trying to say is that like it's the religion people would get. It's the belief set of beliefs people would get from existing.
Maybe. Witchcraft is also believed to be the external expression of humanity's psychic connection to that which can be perceived as the universe. It is an organic, cooperative relationship with the universe carried on at deliberately heightened states of awareness and sensitivity. You know, we're already starting full on New Age bullshit when the sentences look like that.
Yeah.
It looks like spirit signs puked all over the pages. You know that's true. The creation of magic is not unique to witches, but the populations of magic-using people are so small in ratio to non-magic-using people that a detailed discussion of the difference between magical people is fit for further study elsewhere.
Okay. Oh, great, I get the long one.
Yeah, I read the last two ones, so that's fair.
Fair. The use of the term witchcraft and witch as defined as definitive identifiers has evolved. Definitive identifiers has evolved. The power to name an aspect of life has long been recognized as the fundamental step in acquiring power over that aspect. I'm sorry, what?
The power to name an aspect of life has long been recognized as the fundamental step in acquiring power over that aspect.
Like, even if you believe that, the sentence is still nonsense. Because I know what they mean. They mean because their name magic is a thing where being able to name something gives you power over it. But the way they word it here, like, kind of, it's stupid even in like if you believe that. For as it's stated in the Witch Book from 2002, yes, those ancient religious texts from 2002.
Is that the book version of the Blair Witch Project?
To know the most secret name of a god is to have power over the deity. Certain names are believed to have intrinsic power. Therefore, those in control of defining witchcraft have controlled the basic role of human relationship to those named. Wait, so they're saying that. So what they're saying here is that that because name magic is a thing, that is also they're basically saying that because name magic is a thing, that's why the people who have defined witchcraft were able to define it. So witchcraft is defined as what it is because of witchcraft.
I think they're also confusing gods with demons.
No, it's like name magic is actually a fairly wide thing and has existed in a load of cultures. It's not name magic does exist within modern witch like Wicca and other like witch religious systems.
Yeah, but I remember it being applicable in having the most effect, the pronounced effect on lesser beings, not full-on, full-powered deities.
True. The use of the K at the end of the culturally accepted word magic is an example of reclaiming the definitive power process for magic using people. Popularized by Aleister Crowley, the K is used to distinguish the work of the work of the magic user from that of or illusionist.
Okay. You know what the one thing that I'm missing about this here is? That there's any
the intelligence went?
Yeah, that there's any application of it. Because obviously there isn't. The definitive term witchcraft is now in the hands of those who identify themselves with it. In this respect, the actual patience of modern witches is what defines them. Therefore, witchcraft becomes a uniquely discernible phenomenon to be considered in the context of varying skill sets and an emerging identity. Skill sets? What kind of skill do they have? Do they have any ability that they can demonstrate that is actually useful to do stuff?
I mean, at best, they might be able to like provide like psychological support and stuff through stuff like tarot cards and readings, like offering people a way. Like if you do like self readings, for example, it might like it's essentially like the equivalent of writing a diary or like meditating.
Yeah,
Like
basically it's a way to calm yourself down in a way.
Yeah, calm yourself down, or like think about things like in a more systematic way, like
Right.
think about your situation. That's probably the only. Well, that and maybe if we be generous, some what's it called? Like community.
Somebody in the side chat, Jun Xu, and I'm sorry for fucking up your name. They're saying that their power is making their students' money disappear. That's a good one. Where was I? In this way, it continues to evolve with a distinct form and phase with the greater community of nature-based peoples. Let me just read the last one, because then we'll be finished.
As opposed to the peoples not based in nature.
Well, that's. I mean, I'm not based in nature right now. I'm inside a house, in a city. There isn't a lot of nature around me.
But you are of natural origin, which means you are nature-based.
How do you know I wasn't conceived within vitro fertilization?
It still takes natural genetic material to start from there.
How do you know how do you know I wasn't the genetic material for me wasn't synthesized in a lab?
That's because Bruce Maddox wasn't born yet.
I don't know. I'm not a time traveler.
It was an insider joke. You don't have to get that one.
And a painful joke at that.
I know. As the craft is practiced by modern people in an age of eclecticism? I've never seen that word before. Wait.
It's an actual word. Something can be eclectic.
Eclecticism.
Like I can't give you a precise definition.
All right, yeah, got it. Okay, just never seen it like that. Never.
It's one of those moments. Just because a word exists doesn't mean you have to use it.
Its boundaries have become wider with shades of grey that can overlap extensively with other contemporary holistic practices. Also, as a non-dogmatic worldview, witchcraft often coexists in belief and practice with other religious, scientific, occult, spiritual, fantastical, or agnostic views that the practitioner might hold. Of course, continued. Before we continue, I actually forgot something regarding the accreditation that needs to be mentioned. So, if we go back, we see that their certificates. Where is it? No, not that one. Also not that one. Let's just take this one. Was dated to 2015, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I did a little digging in old forums, and I found a post from 2007 that said that they were already claiming themselves to be a university in 2007. So they don't give a flying fuck about accreditation. Right? Because if they didn't bother, that they were not accredited, even by their peers back in 2007, then they sure as hell don't give a crap about it now. Anything to add?
It's almost like another group that we're aware of.
Let's see. So there's Flurfs. There's
Creationists.
Creationists, yeah. I already talked about
Anti-vaxxers.
Hovind, because obviously he's a prime example and an easy target.
Well, he is old.
That's true.
It's easier to hit people when they're old because they don't move so fast.
Unless their house is on wheels.
So they can move about.
True.
And if anyone got that reference, they need to seek help. Because no one should know that reference. I should know that reference.
So, should we take a little bit of a look at...
What does Sean say?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go to that later. So I would suggest we take a look at their flyer. So I actually specifically asked them to send me a flyer, and it got into my mail about 2 weeks ago.
And yes, and no, the color is not fucked up. That is what it looked like.
Yeah, this is a color print. It's cheap 70s type newspaper, you know what I'm talking about. Printed in monochrome, but with purple ink. Why? I have no fucking clue. Obviously, they're all about purple for whatever reason.
Because purple is magical. That's why the royals used it back in the ancient times.
Also, I want to point out the printers don't have purple ink. They have magenta.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No, it's actually super purple when you see it in person. It looks more blue on the print than it actually
well, then it's not. Well, also I want to point out that purple ink does not in fact exist. It's a mixture of red and blue.
All right, whatever. I don't think so.
Magenta isn't an actual color. Magenta doesn't exist.
Right, yeah, I know. Whatever. So, it's 24 pages in total.
We're not gonna read them all because
no. We're just gonna scroll through it, obviously. And also the contents are kind of similar to what they have on their website. So,
can we start out with their non-discrimination policy?
I'm currently trying to find that one. Here
it's
it is.
right there.
Non-discrimination. Jared, I think it's your turn if you're not driving anymore.
I'm at a stoplight. Not policies and procedures. Non-discrimination. All are welcome. University of Metaphysical Sciences is a non-discriminatory educational facility and does not discriminate on the basis of national or ethnic background, disability, gender, sexual orientation, or age in its programs and provides equal access to all.
Now, before you guys say anything, let's try to figure out whether the chat is intelligent enough about which group they actually did not mention.
Because this is a fairly standard thing you will see on universities and company sites. But they're missing one.
They're missing an important one.
Yes.
Yeah, damn near the first one.
Come on, chat, I trust you. You can figure this out. No, not sex.
Sex
I have that here.
Well, gender is there, so.
Well, and sexual orientation is there as well, so. There we go, Baryon. That's it. Religion. I wonder why they're not mentioning that. It could not possibly be because they're affiliated or actually a part of a religious organization called Wisdom of the Heart Church.
No, they wouldn't do that.
So yeah, the fact that they're not mentioning this but bother to mention all the other ones, that's kind of telling.
Maybe they have written somewhere in their application paperwork that in order to join the university as a student, you must also join the church. One of us.
Google gobble, Google gobble.
Take a look at the professional opportunities that that studying at UMS would offer. You would have the ability to become metaphysical author, or spiritual healer, or
a psychic,
or counselor Troy.
No, that's psychic.
Yeah, whatever.
Wait. Can't you become useless at any university? What makes that so special about them?
Oh, that was a great one, Jared. Nice work.
Well, what makes them special is that all their degrees are useless.
Spiritual teacher, founder of a church, so that the entire thing would become a nice pyramid scheme.
Well, it's not really a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, you know what I'm
have-
talking about. Yeah, I know.
We can pass the bullshit on.
So, let's take a look at the degrees that they offer. We already had those bachelors, and the master ones are kind of similar. And yeah, they offer doctoral degrees.
Doctor. Okay, I just want to point out the PhD and doctoral degree is the fucking same thing.
Yeah, first of all, that Doctor of Divinity thing that you can see there, Doctor of Divinities are always honorary degrees. So those are useless by definition. You don't have to do anything for them. You don't have to work anything for them. You don't have to write a fucking thesis for them. So offering those just screams diploma mill. And yeah, obviously doctorate degrees and PhD degrees are similar. Let's see, philosopher, metaphysics, holistic, metaphysics again, metaphysics again and again, parapsychology? What the...
So, do you know what parapsychology is?
I assume so. I mean, is it
it's
the
kinda
psychology of ghosts?
Basically, yeah, but like it's sort of like it's the people who try to turn like studying psychics and like telekinesis and stuff like that, and like remote viewing, like that in very big quotation marks. They're parapsychologists.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Bachelor's degree curriculum. Which bachelor's degree?
All of them.
So let's see. Archetypes. 9 types of personalities. Communication skills. That might actually be useful. That's the only one that I've seen so far that might be useful.
Depending on exactly what the fuck they actually teach.
Right, obviously meditations don't really work. Seeing issue resolved in loving way. I don't know.
My favorite one here is shadow work, because it sounds like a badly translated the name of a badly translated like anime attack.
Actually, shadow work is back in high school when you forgot to do your homework and you were doing it while the teacher was collecting it. That's shadow work.
Or it's work you do in the dark.
You mean the one that you do when you're alone lying in bed?
No.
Okay,
You should do in the dark if you work at night.
That was awkward silence there. Let's continue.
Yeah, because it deserved that.
And anger management.
Fuck that, I don't need that.
Yeah, fuck those bitches. Cleansing and fasting. Cleansing. Colon health, liver health, blood health, and other systems are discussed.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Now you can learn to shit yourself and think that it makes you healthier.
I very much doubt that there's a trained, how are they called? Like food counselors. You know, the ones that...
Dietitians?
Dietitians, thank you. I doubt they have a single one that's qualified in teaching that.
I don't think anyone here is qualified to teach anything.
Probably. UMS, if you have one, prove me wrong. Send them here. Join one of my hangouts, correct everything I've said so far that you think is false. So what do I have here? Goddesses and mythology? I think...
Okay, that's actually useful. If they actually teach the actual myths and histories, then that's actually like... That's teaching something.
Right. Correct. But I don't think they've offered any... They've offered any degrees in mythology, did they?
No, and also I have a feeling that they might not be teaching them. Like they might be teaching them like the true.
Probably. So no degrees in mythology. Thinking about this one, weren't we? Yeah. Here's the witchcraft thing again. Oh, the energy of money. Reincarnation. Receive information about your past incarnations, as well as your future and simultaneous lifetimes through meditations journeys.
Wait. Simultaneous lifetimes?
Yeah, that's called multitasking.
So I'm living multiple lives at once? That is some serious many worlds interpretation.
Yeah. So, scroll to the last ones. Doctoral degree requirement.
Oh no.
The doctoral dissertation is a structured metaphysical research paper.
No. Where would you publish that?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, during the call, I asked them whether they ever published anything in a peer-reviewed journal. They flat out said no. And by the way, I urge you to call them yourselves to actually, because don't believe me. Don't think that I'm telling the truth all the time. Obviously I am, but...
No, he lies all the time.
No, I don't. Whatever. I only lie sometimes when it's really necessary. Whatever.
He's only lying when he's speaking English.
Correct. No, actually, that's false. Okay, that's a weird loop. Yet, if you don't believe anything I'm saying, if you think that I'm full of shit, give them a call. Numbers on their website. They will tell you the same thing that they told me.
I'm only full of shit when I'm constipated.
Isn't that all the time, considering all the weird food that you eat up there?
You gotta be living here, remember?
I know. Okay, so a research paper which creates the opportunity for the student to experience what it is like to do research and defend a thesis statement. An academic dissertation would be defended in front of a committee, and though we do not have direct interaction with our students, we do carefully and thoroughly assess these projects. The dissertations is a 10,000 word paper with a specific structure. This format provides a solid and grounded framework for the presentation of a deep level inquiry into metaphysical topic. If they actually did this correctly, then they might have a very small case. But do you seriously think that they are taking the stuff seriously, that they're gonna reject dissertations that are written, even if they are complete garbage, after being paid?
Hey Gio, how many words do you think a normal PhD thesis is? Is it more or less than 10,000?
More. So in chemistry, the PhD thesis that I've read so far are somewhere in the 200 to 400 pages range.
Yes.
Obviously, counting this into words is a little bit strange because you have all the data blocks that are numbers and tables and shit like that. I actually have no idea how big the word count is in my.
Well, even assuming that you have figure text and assuming that you have 10 words per figure text for 200, even if all 200 pages were like
just a wall of text.
Was just like data. Was just like the figures, and you had a bit of figure. And there's 10 words.
Yeah, even then that's more, because obviously
that's more.
With 200 pages, 10,000 words would only be 50 words per page.
Exactly.
So 10,000 is nothing. That's in plain text maybe 15 pages, 20 pages, something like that.
You are missing one salient point that we could make right now.
What?
They have a paper standard, whereas Patriot University obviously didn't.
Ooh.
No, Patriot University, you don't even have to finish.
Actually, considering that they're pastors, they are not allowed to finish.
Oh.
No, Jared, exactly not that. Electives, so there's a bunch of other bullshit
Wait,
stuff.
wait. Go
Alright.
back.
Did you find something?
UFOs and extraterrestrial intelligence. Dolphin healing.
Wait, does that mean that you heal dolphins and that you're healed by dolphins?
It means that you go to a place where they keep and apparently interacting with the dolphins somehow heals you.
I mean, obviously, is that the reason why the stop.
Dolphin rapes you?
Stop. Is that
Because
the reason?
dolphins do that.
Is that the reason why the dolphins look so intelligent? Just because we put them right next to the stupid people?
Yes.
House healing for ghost hunters. Ghosts are real and sometimes bothersome. Ghost hunting and helping ghosts transition to the next plane of existence has become a career field unto itself.
I love that it's house healing specifically for ghost hunters.
Absolute garbage. Let me make this absolutely clear for UMS. You guys are fucking idiots, Ding. You guys are making shit up. You guys are making claims that are absolutely indefensible. On this page, at least 3, maybe 4, completely unrelated topics that are absolutely fucking stupid.
Well, let's go through all the topics and see if they're stupid or not.
Oh, hang on. I wouldn't say they're stupid. I would say they are idiotically brilliant because they came up with this shit and they're getting people.
They didn't. They didn't come up with it.
No.
This is shit they've taken from elsewhere.
Stuff of this has existed for at least a few decades.
Okay, emotional and expressive art. That's not bullshit. That's an actual thing. Like.
Right, but look, Feng Shui, Gaia.
No, I'm going through them one by one.
Okay.
Creative writing in the metaphysical field. Now, creative writing is an actual metaphysical field in the sense they're using it isn't. So bullshit. That's one. Feng Shui, bullshit. Gaia, Earth Mother. I mean, that's an actual belief, but she's not real.
Yeah, therefore it's bullshit.
Your mate. That's just creepy.
I mean, wait, stop. Do they have a mating call? I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
You're reading it right now.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Introduction to Kabbalah. It's an ancient system of divine numerology. Oh, so bullshit. UFO and extraterrestrials. Bullshit.
Yeah,
Dolphin healing. Bullshit.
Well,
right,
bullshit only in the sense that any type of therapy with an animal kind of works, because obviously it makes people happy.
Solstice, equinox, and moon ceremonies. I mean, they exist, but I have a feeling they're gonna describe them in a way where, like, as if they're actually do things. Taoist healing is art. Bullshit. Altars and rituals. Again, those exist, but I have a feeling they're probably not going at them in a secular, like, objective way. Ghost hunting, house healing for ghost hunters. No. I can never pronounce that.
Ayurveda.
Yeah, it's Indian traditional medicine. Polarity therapy. Magnets, how do they work? Really?
Soulmate relationships.
Okay, just don't finish the joke. Fair enough.
It's Geo. He never finishes.
Hey, and you just stole my fucking joke.
Well, you will, like, learn to finish it. Forgiveness.
You know what?
Maybe
I
there's
don't
a whole
forgive you.
There's a whole course in forgiving people.
Rediscovering Tantra.
Half of our time.
Sacred labyrinths. Explore the concept of a labyrinth as spiritual.
That course is taught by Dr. M. Inota.
Okay.
Really?
Okay, then Breatharianism, obviously that's total bullshit.
Using mindfulness to cope with stress. Okay, that's not bull. That is an actual thing. So that one works. Hope is a very strange thing to call it. Hope is a necessary ingredient.
Okay, now let's get into the real meats of this. How much money do they want? Any predictions? This is obviously to the side chat, not to you guys. You've seen it already.
Let's see. I predict. Well, it depends on the plan, and there's different payment plans.
Let's just see a bachelor's degree. If you want a bachelor's degree, how much dollars do you have to pay?
I'm gonna say.
You're looking it up, aren't you?
No, I'm actually staring at the license plate in front of me. But no, it's giving the chat time to actually come up with their guesses, because I have a feeling all of them are going to be low.
Okay, so Ugly German Truths in the side chat is predicting $4,000. You're close.
We should have done Prices Right rule.
Prepayment. Download all course materials. 2,100. Postal delivery of all course materials. 2,500. Short-term payment plan 1 year. Approximately 3,000. Medium-term payment plan for 2 years. 3,065. Long-term payment 4 years. $3,200. How insane is that? For absolute bullshit.
It's a little money.
Okay, so course excerpts, we already had those. Then there's this form that you can write in basically what you want to have from them. And then select the payment plan. Then
okay, I want to point out something here. Oh, can you zoom in a bit?
This one?
No, the page one before, the application form. Where you actually write stuff. Not that one, the other side.
That one.
Yes. Can you zoom in a bit?
Sure.
Okay.
Top or bottom half.
So the question is like, okay, like, I'm not sure why first of all, why does it say circle one when there's obviously boxes to tick?
Select one. Oh yeah, I didn't notice this. This is weird.
It's super weird. Number of children and the ages. Why the fuck do you need to know that? Citizenship, place of birth. Fair enough. Some actual like educational stuff. Present occupation. Blah blah. What are your favorite hobbies and interests?
Why is the occupation relevant?
All right. This is looking more like, yeah, they just took it from the church sign up, not an actual.
Yes, that is what I was getting at. Yeah. Why do you need to know my hobbies and interests? Which metaphysical techniques have you practiced? Like meditation and yoga, others.
Wait, did you say yogurt?
No, yoga.
It did sound
so
like
I want
yogurt.
to point out that meditation and yoga aren't metaphysical. One is a technique to like calm your mind and focus, and the other is just like stretching exercises, but where all the posters have weird names.
Can you imagine the absolutely hilarious answers they would write in here? What made you choose University of Metaphysical Sciences for your studies? Yeah, so I had this brain lobotomy about 4 years ago, and since then I can't differentiate between actually legitimate things and absolute bonkers, which is why I chose you, because you're the cheapest.
It's also why I use the word brain lobotomy, even though all lobotomies are performed in the brain.
Oops. What does your heart say? Actually, let's go back to the website because it's the same there.
Wait, you know what it says? Hold on, I know what my heart says.
Da-dum.
Well, the only thing my heart does is pumping blood and a surprisingly big amount of cholesterol.
No, it does other things. It has important hormonal functions as well.
Whatever.
But do you not want me to correct you when you're wrong?
Kind of. Okay, so what does your heart say? Connect with your inner guidance about enrolling with UMS. We at UMS honor each individual's chosen path and understand that embarking on a life-changing journey is a major decision. If you're not feeling clear about whether UMS is a good fit, you might want to try this short meditation to tune into your emotional intelligence and see where it leads you. So we're not gonna do that because it's stupid.
Yes. Let's see how much bullshit you can fall for.
Okay, so what else is there left to do? Wanna take a look at the fuck?
Yeah.
I'll actually have to show you one entry from the forum that I found from 8 years ago, which is absolutely hilarious. Okay, so credentials. Okay.
Why be your thing?
There we go. That's a nice one. UMS degrees are religious degrees, not secular degrees. Therefore, they are completely useless. They do not give you qualifications to teach at a secular or traditional college, and we caution our students to be careful in how they present themselves so that they are not seen as psychologists or licensed counselors or therapists, nutritionists or medical doctors.
We wouldn't want them to get sued.
No, we don't want us to be sued. Yeah. This is lawyer speak for, we are offering a product that isn't useful in most applications. That's also a nice one. Can I use my degree to call myself a doctor? Realize that these are not medical degrees, nor are they secular degrees. These are religious degrees and must be used in this fashion. We do not recommend connecting your doctor status to your work with medical practices in a way that would mislead your clients to believe that you have studied a medical subject. State specifically what your degree is in your advertisements. For instance, Dr. Jane Doe, DD, Doctor of Divinity in Metaphysical Counseling, or Dr. Jane Doe, PhD, Doctor of Philosophy in Metaphysical Sciences. Spell out your degree rather than just using the letters as if you connect it to your medical type of practice so that there is no misrepresentation as a medical degree. If you are advertising for anything other than medical type services, for instance, your classes, writings, lectures and such, spelling out your degree would not be necessary. In case of counseling, be sure to refrain from misrepresenting yourself as a psychologist by making it clear that you are counseling in a spiritual format with a ministerial license.
Well,
that's
here's a question.
Somewhat reasonable, at least not as bad as the one before, but still super fucking weird.
Yeah, but it began by saying, be careful about how you use this in association with your profession. Then what the fuck is the point?
Actually, I think that was the one before. What are the laws for teaching and counseling?
Don't.
Spiritually based healing, counseling, or teaching is not at this time regulated in most parts of the world. This means that there are no laws that govern this type of work. Actually, I think in the civilized world there are.
Yeah.
To be a marriage officiant, you will have to register with your county clerk or other agency, as marriage is regulated as a civic process. Otherwise, as long as you clearly represent yourself, you are in legal standing to do this type of work. The credentials offered by UMS can give you legitimacy in representing yourself as a qualified healer, teacher, or counselor. Okay. Careers in metaphysics.
More and more people are feeling the call to enter careers in metaphysics as the population looks to its spiritual and to its spirituality. That's the word. And seek guidance. This program is purposely designed to give qualifications and credentials to the future spiritual teachers who are serious about becoming a source of guidance and love to others. Oh yeah. For information on the career you might pursue with an education in metaphysics, visit the careers in metaphysics page.
Program costs, tuition, boring. Shipping overseas, boring. Requirements.
Shipping overseas is a quite interesting thing considering that there are like.
No, I mean they could print it. They offered it.
Oh, that like kind of shipping. I thought you meant like having like going out or having a semester at another, considering that none of the they don't have an actual place.
What will I learn? What are the courses like?
Nothing, and
Yeah,
really
you just read. Full stop.
yeah.
Meditations like. Okay.
Wait, no, we forgot an important part about their coursework: the coloring books.
Yeah, you get 3 free crayons in purple, magenta, and purple again.
Yeah,
different type of
and they're made of non-toxic material, so it doesn't matter if you accidentally end up eating.
Oh, should we actually take a look at one of their tests?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, Jared, you have not seen this yet, I think.
No, I haven't.
And the test is actually It surprised me because it's an actual test with actual questions.
You're in. Oh, prepare yourself. That's gonna get painful. So this is also on their website. You can just Google that name and the name of the document and the name of the authors, and you will find it quite quickly.
Yes, this is basically.
It's basically on their website.
Well, this is basically like the material for the course in divination.
So yeah, hand reading. What else do we have?
Tea
Tarot.
leaves.
Tarot divination.
Tarot.
Yeah, whatever you pronounce this. Cards, more cards.
The different spreads.
Geomancy.
They use you to make predictions.
Yep.
Different patterns of that.
Whatever I Ching is.
It's a form of numerology.
Ugh.
I think. No, wait, no. It's throwing out. It's these Chinese symbols.
Yeah. Doing predictions similar to Nostradamus by numbers.
You mean Nostradamus? Other divination systems.
Fine, if you want to be entirely.
Well, it's all. There's and then there's a load of names of different.
Basically, just definitions of different divination systems.
With eggs.
With eggs and with salt and with
trees. I like that it's not
Figs.
That it's not that it just says trees. It's not dendromancy or silomancy. It's just trees.
And apparently also animals.
Wait, why is both silomancy and trees there? That's the same thing.
I assume in one the
Silo
tree
means
isn't chopped.
wood.
Yeah, but I assume in one the tree isn't chopped up yet. Divination systems exam question.
So the first thing you have to do is answer your name. Now, for these people, that can be quite hard. They put a half an hour just for that.
How many pieces does a modern day domino set contain?
Depends on how much of pizza you ate.
I mean, there are awesome questions like, in dowsing, the object sought after generally found where? Under a house, in a lake, or underground?
I mean,
seriously,
wait,
are those? Wait, stop. Are those the questions you expect in a bachelor's or master's studies test?
Also, I want to point out that under a house and underground are not mutually exclusive.
True.
Neither is in a lake, because houseboats exist.
Numerology is a common... Where is it? Wait. Just scrolled away from it. Numerology is a divination system using sound frequencies. True or false? Who is considered the father of numerology? Galileo, Nostradamus, or Pythagoras?
Numerology has to do with vibrations?
No, it's a true or false question. So obviously you're supposed to answer false.
No, you're supposed to answer the question correct, which is false. And false would be correct.
What would the single name number of someone named Linda Jones?
By the way this works is you basically just replace every letter in that name by a number corresponding to the position of the individual letters in the alphabet, and then add all of those up, and then basically do this as many times as needed for there only to be a single digit number left. So it's absolute nonsense.
But I don't want to be like Russian vids.
So yeah, it's actually getting worse. Geomancy. Hippomancy uses what animal as the focus for this type of divination? A horse, a hippopotamus, or a griffin?
That would be a horse.
Yep. Xylomancy relies on what objects for this form of divination? Bone, dry pieces of wood found along the road, or harp?
That would be dry pieces of wood.
Yep.
Because xylo means wood. That's why it's called a xylophone. Because you bang wood and it makes sound.
It's also why there's a chemical substance called xylene, which you can distill out of certain types of wood.
The best chemical in wood is lignin. And I will die on that hill.
Okay, so I think we are through, aren't we, with the website? There's more stuff like this. It's basically the same bullshit recycled over and over again, with some reviews from their graduates. What our students are saying. Let's take a look at that.
I'm 5 and I have a blue bicycle.
By the way, while this is loading, they actually had a website before they got their new one. It's basically the same shit, just differently formatted. And for whatever reason, it's still online.
I'm guessing that explains the purple.
Yeah, but why? Still, why? Yeah, let's leave that one. And they also have a shop. What are our students saying? So let's ask... Let's just ask Sandra Rose at Daly City, CA, Bachelor of Metaphysical Sciences. I didn't mediate it all before I enrolled at UMS.
Meditate.
Meditate. Oh god, so you... First sentence is pretty much all you need to know about that one. I've learned how to meditate completely from the guided meditations. Quieting my mind for even seconds has relieved anxiety, depression, and greatly helped me to become a calmer, more grounded person. The meditations have also helped me work through past trauma, parts of my shadow self that were displeasing to me, and most important, a connection to spirit, angels, and my guides. I have and will continue to recommend UMS to everyone I feel lead or seeks to learn more about metaphysical science. Do you notice the one thing that she's not talking about?
Yeah, what she actually fucking learned.
And in what way the degree was useful for her work, right? What skills did she get?
Yeah, it feels more...
skills that can be used. This is more like a soft skill thing.
Well,
there are no hard skills that can be used.
What she's describing here is effectively what she would have gotten if she went to like a hippie college 2 months and like took some drugs and like did some hippie woo, new age woo rituals.
Right.
But they're making it out to be as if it's a degree. Also, that picture is the most... That stock picture is labeled... like, on Stuttershock, that picture is labeled something like the diverse... Young people diversity.
Probably, yeah.
Like...
Okay, so this is their store. Predictions, what do you think they offer?
Things to buy.
All right. Let's go. Meditation music. They had some sort of dolphin song shit.
I was right. Look, it's shit you can buy. I guessed correctly.
So basically, audio versions of everything that they write. All of their articles are basically taken as audio versions and sent to you. And then we had Dolphin Light music by Michael Hammer, whoever that is. And Soul's Light, again by Michael Hammer. And there's a lot of Michael Hammer stuff over here.
Well, I guess I guess it's a lot of smash hits.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You might even say they're real bangers.
Intuitive count. So you can buy a certificate? Metaphysical Sciences certification program. Intuitive counseling certificate for $200. So you can just buy a certificate.
Well, no, I think you might actually have to. I think it might actually be that you buy the. I think it's that you actually buy the program. So like you take the course, like as an individual thing rather than enrolling in all of them.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but I don't think this course is offered in their flyer.
Well, it might be like I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea, but again, this is screaming diploma mill. Yeah, I mean, just take a look at that Metaphysical Science degree store.
It's the degree store where you buy your degrees.
I mean, seriously, it can't get more red flaggy than this, in my opinion. Let's check that one out.
They could have a little red flag next to
it. Actually, it probably would be a purple flag, knowing them.
But then it wouldn't be a red flag, then, wouldn't it? Would it?
True. Metaphysical Science degree store. Earn your metaphysical science degree online with UMS. We have helped thousands of people earn degrees in metaphysical sciences as well as enhance their personal spirituality.
It's just sad.
It's super sad that people fall for this, isn't it? Just a little word to everybody who's considering taking courses at UMS. Get a legitimate degree. I know it's hard work. I know from first-hand experience, and I guess everybody in this hangout does as well, right, Jared and Micro?
Yes.
But you're just a biologist.
Yes,
so,
but it's fucking worth it.
Wow.
Also, fuck you.
The chemist fucking with the bio. Gotta love it.
And that's how biochemistry was born.
Okay, that's a picture I don't need in my head. So yeah, if you want to get a degree, do it the legit but the awesome way. And don't buy into charlatans and idiots like this. Because after all, you want something that's worth it. Something you can use in the future. And UMS is all but that. Get a nice bachelor's degree in engineering, or I don't know, any type of the natural sciences because it's fucking worth it, or even something like psychology or medicine, but not metaphysical sciences.
Okay, physicist, I want to point out that in a bachelor's you also need to do hard work because bachelor's you need to write a bachelor's project.
Well, I will say this, for anyone considering a field to go into, engineering, especially electrical, I can tell you, there are many of opportunities out there. It all depends on what you want to do.
Yeah.
And
I can't say the same for biology. There are certain sections of biology that are fucking useless.
And I think with that we are through, aren't we?
Wait, would that
we
be
got that.
the...
We got that one. Oh, the only thing left is their forum.
Jerry, what it is that are like, it's not that they're not interesting, worth it, and like worth investigating or researching into. It's just that there aren't a whole lot of jobs in them.
Well, yeah, but you said fucking useless. That sounds an awful lot like asexual reproduction.
Okay, so I actually entered the forum because I have a few questions. So their founder, Christine Breeze, she claims that she has 2 doctorates, one of those DDs, a Doctor of Divinity, and also a PhD. Usually PhD theses are a matter of public record.
Yeah.
So I tried to find it, and I couldn't find it. So I'm asking the forum. Let's see if they have to have the guts to tell me. Because I'm pretty certain that she will dodge as long as possible in order not to show us. Because again, I think she's full of shit. Like, yeah, I actually used my standard GeoStreber name in there. Should this forum entry disappear, you know why.
So, do we actually know where she got it from?
No, I couldn't trace it.
Maybe she was the first student.
I taught myself. I passed.
I mean, there is a few instances of creationists that founded creationist schools and then gave degrees to themselves. I think the most prominent example of that is Dr. Karl Bohr. B-A-U-G-H, I think. Bohr, whatever. Yeah. Just look him up. And Hovind obviously is a similar case, even though I don't think that he's in any way the founder of quote-unquote Patriot Bible University. Or was it just Patriot University? I don't remember. His PhD quote-unquote thesis is on WikiLeaks. Check it out if you want. And with that, I think we're through. So any last words?
The fact that these things exist is sad.
All right. Jared.
He's muted.
Jared. Unmute yourself.
You might not have anything to say.
Sorry, grabbing food.
There he is. Go ahead, Jared.
You're supposed to eat it.
Hey. A good cooked steak, you can't rush, so chill.
Okay, so in the Censored physicist, a good reason to chase a PhD, because first of all, it's awesome. Second of all, some career choices actually require it in order to get much better jobs. For example, chemistry. Chemistry is one of those. If you have a PhD, you're much better off than only with a master's degree.
Yeah,
and also, if you want to stay in university because you enjoy teaching, which is something that I do, obviously you want to stay in university as long as possible to become, first of all, a doctor, and then, if possible, a professor.
Postdoc, and then...
If you like doing both researching in the lab or in the field, whatever, and teaching
people
become
a professor.
What you know, then you want to become a doctor at least.
Yeah, but you don't want to become a professor, because then you just become that really glorified science accountant.
Not necessarily. We actually had a professor who was working in the lab because he had fun doing it as a teacher.
How the fuck did he find the time to do that?
Yeah, it's simple. He just didn't want his work group to inflate to such a degree that he wouldn't have time for anything else. And that's, I think, something honorable to do that.
Yeah.
So with that, there's only one last thing to do, isn't there?
What? Oh, yeah. We need to respond.
Actually, I think I'll just post this, because otherwise it would be held. Oops.
No, you're expecting her. You're expecting her to. You're expecting her to be able to put that into the. You're not responding to her.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Responding to yourself.
Aye.
Also, I want to point
there
out
we
that.
Go.
Also.
Anything left to add? You want to rub a little salt into the wound?
The rest of the link.
I can't add that. Because if I do, it will be held back for review because it contains a link.
Okay, but you're expecting her to be clever enough to put that.
I don't know. Yeah, you mean I should just give an explanation?
No, just put it. No.
You gotta treat her like an idiot.
No, but don't. Just put the.
Wait. There we go. And with that, thank you very much for watching. It's awesome that you joined me. I'll see you next time. Probably give you a little bit of updates for this entire affair if something comes of it. And like this hangout, share this hangout. Actually, you are all allowed to mirror this hangout on your channel, just in case I get a random DMCA